Transport has always played a pivotal role in our daily lives, and with the continuous advancement in technology, the means has been seeing significant growth. The transport and logistics sector has now evolved from what it used to be, with startups making the most of innovations and evolutions to make it more connected and convenient. In the last several years, the mobility sector have been getting attention with the upgraded digital methodologies to boost operational efficiency. Joining us now to discuss the advancement in the mobility and technology space is the founder of Packmyload, Olumide Aniyikaye.
Olumide, glad to have you on Tech Trends today.
Thank you, CFA. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Let's start by understanding the concept of mobility. What is mobility?
Well, I think in simple terms, mobility is, from the word mobile, and it's the movement of goods and services from one place to the other to address, certain needs.
And how do you see the mobility landscape changing with the way technology has advanced so far?
Well, so mobility is linked to a number of things. I think first is, population growth. If you take Nigeria, for instance, we're going to be the largest population in Africa by 2030. We're estimated to reach between 300 to 350 million people. And so there are implications to that. Number one, there's going to be an influx of a lot of people in the urban areas or urban centers, in search for opportunities. So Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, Kaduna, Kano, and the likes. And if you, on top of that, you layer that, consumerism, of course, the need for goods and services. So when population increases, there are going to be big problems that will be happening. As with infrastructure, with the infrastructure deficit we have as a country. So mobility will be really important, especially in the consumerism landscape, for people to be able to access goods and services on an immediate basis, and that's where mobility comes into play.
Yeah, okay, so you mentioned the population explosion that countries like Nigeria will witness. So how is the mobility landscape going to be like in Nigeria with 100 more million population?
Well, I mean, we've already begun to see some of these things. Transportation on demand with the likes of Uber, So with population expanding and not enough infrastructural upgrades to accommodate the influx of people and their needs for goods and services, technology will sort of play a big role in revolutionizing how mobility comes in. And like I mentioned, this is currently happening. I mean, the first time in Africa where this happened was when Taxify came to lead the ride-hailing business in Nigeria, a number of other markets. But it's beyond just transportation. I mean, it also has to do with service delivery, movement of people from one place to the other, and technology we will continue to play a significant role. So right now you see food delivery, Gokada, Jumia Foods, all of them playing. You also see a significant increase in apart from e-hailing services, delivery, e-delivery services, and a lot of players entering into that space. What you begin to notice is strategic investments, to achieve that goal of making this mobility or addressing mobility challenges in the coming years by a number of companies.
Yeah. So yeah, just to remember, what are some of the challenges that your startup has faced, trying to deliver this service?
So one of the challenges that we face, still, I mean, with the mobile we have a lot of a very high, mobile penetration when it comes to, comparison with a lot of African countries. But mobile literacy is different from mobile penetration. That's one. Secondly, we have issues when it comes to, payment, and trust. Those are some of the solutions that, so those are one of the challenges that we have. Last year, we were also, during the COVID-19 pandemic, NIPOS was going to put out a policy, asking, mobility players to pay a certain amount of money. But this was kicked against by, a lot of, the aggregated players within the mobility sector.
I mean, I'd like you to touch more a bit on the issue of trust. Recently someone was telling me that, he ordered a meal from one of the delivery services, and he felt this fat guy took a piece of his meat, whether it's true or false, but, it just speaks on the issue of trust. How can a startup like yours, deal with this issue of trust when it comes to, your services space?
I mean, so what we do, I mean, at Packmyload, so I will use us as an example. We use well-vetted people. I mean, so we also work with startups like ourselves who are into, providing security and background check for some of the people that we work we work for or we work with. So we use well-vetted, well-trusted people. They go through a number of, training and screening processes before they, can come. And my own service is particularly different because, we go into people's homes to help them move, things that they are very sentimental or emotionally connected to. And you don't want to just get anybody from the street to do that kind of thing, So it's really important that you have well-vetted people, and you give them the right training. I mean, it's not been perfect, but right now we've just, implemented secure check, some sort of verification for us to be able to, entrust people's things into the hands of the guys who work for us.
My final question will be like a 2-in-1 question. That's number one, what do you hope to see your startup in 5 years? And then 2, what is your advice to other startups who are also of this similar journey like yours?
In unit economics terms, I mean, in looking at our own startup, we hope to have completed, at least in 5 years. I mean, it's a tall number, but looking at maybe between 5,000 to 7,500 moves, and also scale it to other parts of Nigeria. Of course, our services are geography agnostic, but because of the huge population, we've decided to start from Lagos. So we're looking at moving from Lagos into other parts of Nigeria and possibly into sub-Saharan Africa. I mean, my advice, to your second question, my advice to other startups in Nigeria is, once you believe in your dream, just keep at it. It's a very tough, and challenging environment, for startups. But once there's a proof of concept, and once you've had a validation for your market, just keep at it, and the opportunities will begin to pour themselves in. And focus on delivering exceptional, customer service to the people that you serve or to the segment that you serve, and you will find that not before long you'll be able to really grow and expand your business.
Thank you for being on the show today. Keep building.
Thank you very much, CFA. I really, really appreciate the opportunity.